as well. You've got a hero who can just slide. Bounty runes should be 2 apiece. Miero's gonna try and take this one. Save is in the vicinity if they want to go for any sort of cheeky first blood plays, but yeah, it's probably gonna be safe falling here. Good shots out by the Tusk, snaking. Is he gonna give over first blood to who gets it? Malrine is okay, kind of collective with the Burrow Strike. A bit labored, but he does get it. Shadow Demon should be having a pretty good time against the Tusk, not gonna lie. Don't think snaking is going to be able to do a lot. In fact, he might be dead if they get off the disruption. Indeed, they do. The menace is stacking up. The blood grenade is dropped, and snaking is fed to the wolves. Or rather, in this case, the lumberjack. Back there, had it not been for the invis in the sandstorm. I see a TP somewhere. It is to find the Snapfire. So those are 2 earn charges now up for GPK. That's just life for you when you're against a bristleback, but you're gonna have the skewer back against a BB, which is very, very strong. Also potentially into something like the Walrus Punch. Followed it up with the tag team. As up top, they will find the Magnus. Right as I was highlighting all the possibilities. Wrath of Nature flying through, and once again up top, you're gonna try and find Amar on the Magnus. Kiritich is the one to pick up the kill this time around, and they do get saved. Malrine was able to find him with the help of crit. Lucky and hard to kill, have to say. 7 minutes in, you don't really have 1200 damage to go around. As you bring in a ton of numbers, Malrine channeling the epicenter with the Burrow Strike. There's a Whirling Death out onto the Sand King. As they do get the disruption off, Miero's gonna be fine. Satanic in so much trouble now. Vessel upon him, being chased by the Timbersaw. Ooh, a Whirling Death a bit off the mark. But with an exchange, should be able to get the kill. And there's a TP coming in from GPK for good measure. Sprouts there, nice Whirling Death. But somehow Satanic stays alive. The wand actually keeps him healthy. GPK really wanted to find a +1 there, but gonna have to make do with the 2 they found. And up top, Kiritich is taking down the tier 1. Safe lane Bristleback off to a good start. Does mean he will scale a bit less, but if he's able to apply enough pressure with it, it probably won't end up mattering as Miero. Bit of a miss on the chain, but that's okay. Up top, they end up finding Amar once again on the Magnus. 0-3 and 0 on this. Not the best of starts for him. He's doing good on the Sand King, but he could be doing better. As I say that, though, down bottom, they do end up finding the Terrorblade. Miero, it's going to be a solo kill for him. Still level 5. Didn't have the Sunder. Painful death at the hands of the Lumberjack. As Falcons, they're going to try and GPKOC got flying on the courier. Is that a full treads? Yes, it is. Power treads done. Down bottom, they are looking for snaking. Snaking will probably end up dropping here. Needs one more right click though, and finally GPK is able to come in, secure the kill. Satanic getting ticked down by the Vessel. Because I feel like the Maelstrom would be a better insurance policy. The Blade Mail is not bad, but doesn't allow you to scale the same way a Maelstrom might. As there is a Nightmare out onto the Sand King. He is so dead. Wrath of Nature actually flying through, but Snowball will prevent the damage from coming in. Although Malrine might just end up dying still. There's the Banish coming in from Save the TP. Cancel, the Sand King falls. And now GPK is not done yet. TPing forward yet again as he looks for snaking on the Tusk. And these Falcon supports still struggling to find their levels here. The bottom lane. Is Satanic. Does he have an inkling of what's about to happen? Kiritich is coming in. There's a Demonic Purge. Grip is out as well. No chance to save the Terrorblade. And Crit's probably going to fall to try and save him as well as GPK TP's in. It's all 5 people down in the bottom lane from the side of BETBOOM. Bringing the numbers. Fling Tiger at the ready for Malrine. Thinking about committing for Kataomi. Will pop the epicenter for him. He's Gonna be a kill going the way of Kataomi, or is it? Nightmare comes through, Brain Tap as well, but it's not enough. It's only a level 2 Brain Tap, so Kataomi does fall. But here a Nightmare, it's out onto the Tusk. GPK thinking about TPing in. There's the grip coming through. They really want to find snaking here. Finally, the TP is going to be there. They're going to make a move for crit instead, though, on the snap. Kittitich should be able to find that kill. As, okay, well, they skewer the Bristleback into the tier 3. The Bristleback is going to fall here, so 1-for-1 trade, but Falcons come out on top. They find a very valuable kill, and crit gets to live. Level 7 off of that. In lane, Malrine does have the epicenter, but he probably can't find Miero. They're going to try nonetheless, though. They have a disruption at the ready. Apologies to the fight recap coming in. And Miero, is he actually going to survive? It's a good Timber Chain, but with the Mortimer's Kisses, they will be able to find the kill on the Timbersaw as Falcons clap back. Amar picks up this blink, and all of a sudden, now going to pivot towards the Mjolnir on GPK, so does eventually go for the carry build. Kittitich in the meantime looking for the SMY. And up top, Malrine in some trouble, trying to TP out, but the damage is a bit too much coming in from the Timbersaw, as well as GPK. Gets the credit for the kill. Have to say, the Whirling Death plus the Sprout combo is pretty nasty. Attribute loss is 5% for Universal Heroes. As up top, Fiend's Grip out onto the Magnus. He's just dead, no help coming. Kataomi helps Miero secure that one, and Miero going straight for the Aghanim Scepter after the Sanjin Kaya. I hear Mortimer's Kiss is coming out. It's actually by the Radiant Jungle, where they've managed to find two. They get the Shadow Demon and the Nature's Prophet Satanic. Was there for that kill. And, wow, they only lost the Magnus for that. The Stellar Blade could end up being a problem here. Satanic could very well carry the game on his back. You have to respect that potential from Stevie here. BETBOOM making a couple of disjointed moves. Epicenter committed here by the Sand King. They're going to try and find the Bane first, and they will be successful. Cookie's out onto Snaking, so he's fine for now. Miero does not feel like chasing. Okay, never mind. Miero does feel like chasing, so Timber chains forward, hoping to maybe find the Tusk, but the Tusk gets away thanks to the Drum of Endurance. Down bottom, it does seem like the side of BETBOOM are grouping up to try and take this tier 2. Kittitich will just hit level 15 on the Bristleback compared to Satanic, who's closing in on level 17. And there is the Skewer back coming in from the Magnus. Blade will activate it though. Satanic's not going to get this killed super easy. Returns a fair bit of damage. Is any help coming for Kittitich? Looks like he's been left for dead here. Is going to drop thanks to the Epicenter, but they do get the Tusk. And GPK is done with the Mjolnir. They could try and fight now. You know that there is no Epi. Now bottom of Mar could be in some trouble as GPK comes in. BKB is committed. He does have the TP, but okay, will not TP out just yet. Commits the RP, then tries to TP, but the damage is still a bit too much. GPK gets the credit for that kill. As I don't know if the BKB ran out. TP towards the mid lane, where there's a Nightmare out onto the Tusk. Snaking in some trouble. Snowball buying some time, but I think Snaking's just dead here. Another Sprout. And a bit too late on the Quelling Blade means GPK gets the kill. Down bottom though, once again, the Timbersaw. On to Crit's case on the Snapfire. They do end up finding save thanks to Malrine committing the Epi, but not too sure if that's worth it. Tier 2 is probably going to fall. Miero going to make his way towards the BKB. GPK in the meantime going straight for the Hurricane Pike. Pretty good this game against the Sand King. Good RP. They could come back pretty easily, but for now they're going to settle for save. There's the Burrow Strike. Skewers out as well. Snaking, not too sure what he popped the Walrus Punch on, but okay, was used. And that's okay, you don't mind losing save on the Shadow Demon. Looking for the Hurricane Pike. Up top, Fiend's Grip though, out onto the Magnus. This time around cancelled by the Snowball as GPK is going to get RP'd here, but Snaking still looking like he is in some trouble. Wrath of Nature flying through it, will connect, no chance to blink away. And Ammar, that is an RP down. As Falcons could be in some trouble here. As those Terrorblade illusions can end up doing a lot more damage than expected. Got Daomi up top, gonna drive, or rather gonna be attracting a lot of attention to himself as he is probably dead. Skewers out, he's gonna buy a fair bit of time, but yeah, he will eventually fall. Miero done with the BKB. Ammar skewers back the Timbersaw. There's an axe at the ready, so Miero's not afraid at all. Satanic on the Terrorblade, trying to turn with the damage. Oh, Ammar completely whiffs the RP. And now GPK trying to stand his ground, but oh my god, Satanic actually rips through him, dropping very, very low, trying to run away. Does he have any health? No, he does not. Miero eventually is able to find the kill, and though GPK might have fallen, the rest of the members of BETBOOM live on. And they avenge GPK. Am damage rune found as well, so that's probably going to mean Tormentor number 2. Up top, Malrine has to be careful here. He's thinking about committing the Epi and going for save. Save does have a disruption at the ready. Oh, he doesn't get it off, and Kiritich with the blade will actually gets a return kill. Miero, oh okay, chasing crit down in the bottom lane. The Snapfire in some trouble. They don't have a TP cancel, or do they? Well, they do thanks to Kataomi. Got that extra cast range with the help of the Aether Lens and the neutral flow. Save. Is anyone gonna get the banner? Okay, well, while I was concerned with the banner, they've managed to find a far more valuable target. They've got Ammar. Satanic gonna commit with the Metamorphosis here. Miero goes in completely off the mark. Malrine channeling the Epi, thinking about going in. It's only a one-man Epi though, lands onto the Bristleback, and even then there's a disruption save coming in. Fiend's Grip now at the ready from Kataomi. They've got the Sand King. Buyback from Ammar as he ends up dying on the Magnus, commits the BKB and does not go in. And now Miero creating all sorts of issues here for the side of Falcons as Satanic sunders his own Magnus to stay alive, and at the end of it all, buybacks committed, spells used from the side of Falcons, and they still lose their axe. Although Ammar, that's a nice skewer, RP out as well, but Miero is so tanky with the Shiva's God, he is not falling as Satanic tries to stand his ground and fight. GPK commits the Satanic as he tries to fight the Satanic, as Satanic also has a Satanic. It's Satanic Square. And, well, with the power of two Satanics, they will take down the Bane. And Miero could end up being next. Nice disruption coming in. Do the side of BETBOOM want to try and fight this? They've got Kiritich coming back in. Once again, good skewer from Ammar. But he takes a bunch of damage here. Snaking's going to end up falling. And now the Snapfire is dead as well. Sunder's at the ready for Satanic. And he's also got a Satanic that he will pop. It's being fed a Lotus here as the Demonic Purge comes in. Skewer does not come through. Good disruption save coming in from the Shadow Demon. But now Malrine's back from the grave. Buyback again from the side of Falcons. And that is just the Aegis on the Nature's Prophet. Kiritich still alive as GPK now finally... oh, well, I was going to say finally going to get out of here. But turns out he's not. He is going to be dogpiled and eventually brought down by Satanic with his Satanic. So... they get the kills. I think that there's a chance here. Could end up finding Miero. Haste Rune committed by Malrine. They know where the Timbersaw is. Nightmare's out onto the Tusk. Grip committed as well. Snaking though. It's gonna be fine. Goes back in. Commits the Walrus Punch. RP's out onto Miero on the Timbersaw. The chain stuns are there. No chance to pop the reactive armor. Blink and you miss it. Two heroes are dead for the side of BETBOOM, as they might have just thrown this game. GPK though is going to TP down bottom. See if he can finish up that butterfly. And thankfully the tier 2s are still standing here. They could find save here. That could be huge. Save, okay. Disruptions out. Does a buyback, so it's fine. Skewers out from Amar. The big and more important thing is that no buybacks, no ultimates were committed for that one. Falcons still at full fighting potential. Metamorphosis was used though. But Satanic's got the plus 30 seconds Metamorphosis duration talent, so it's not the end of the world just yet. He's going to try and take the Tormentor here. Kataomi with the Nightmare. Epicenter being channeled here. Hexed up. The Terrorblade in some trouble. There's a snowball save. They're coming in. And now Malrine with the double battle strike will be able to take down the Bane with the Fade's Grip. GPK also going to die. And there's still another Epicenter ready to go for Malrine here. As Satanic somehow surviving through it all. Miero cleans up the Magnus. Satanic retreats on the Terrorblade. Kiritich looking to find the Sand King, and my goodness, the damage is a bit too much. The Hex was there. They get the kill. How many buybacks though? Well, Save and Kataomi both buying back for that one, but that is a fight that's well worth buying back for, because now there's two goes dead. Roshan puts the power treads in his backpack. And sells off the blade mail as well. Showing himself here, a very brave maneuver from the Bristleback. Okay, Skewer attentive, but there's the cancel coming in from the Nightmare. Now the Grip is out as well. Snaking tries to find the snowball save, but he does not get enough distance with the tag team, while the Epicenter goes off on the backline, but it doesn't find anyone. All the members from BETBOOM still alive. Huge RP though from Amar landing onto 3. Can they find the kills here? GPK is already dead. Miero in some trouble. Kiritich left without a battle, floating in Shit's Creek all by himself as Satanic slowly but surely takes down the members of BETBOOM one by one. Hex out onto the Magnus, but the snowball save is there. And Kiritich is all alone trying to TP out. Oh no, he can't TP away. The damage is too great from Satanic. And they've got the Silver Edge. The Bristleback's dead twice. Huge fight going the way of Falcon thanks to Amar and the RP coming in from him. So he can find the right target in these fights. Although Malrine has a Shiva's Guard, so he's not going to be super easy to kill. Nightmare out onto Satanic. They have to be careful. Miero's going to go in looking towards Crit. There's the RP coming in on the back line onto the Nature's Prophet. Does not get a chance to pop the BKB. He's dead. GPK down for 120 seconds without buyback, but they lost Satanic as well. Kiritich was able to get that kill with the help of the BKB and the Hex. So 1-for-1 trade. But arguably, Falcons in a much better position as they will be able to find save as well. Satanic. And it's going to be the buyback from him. So he's got a full Aghanim Scepter consumed. And save. There's a smoke available from Falcons as they look to find someone here. Miero jumping in straight on top of the Terrorblade. Keeping him in check. The Aghanim Scepter allowing him to regen back up, but if they could find Crit, it could be huge. Once again, into that RP out from the Magnus. It's on to the Bane and the Bristleback. The Bristleback has no buyback, but he does have cheeses. He pops it. He's going to survive for now. Demonic Purge out onto Satanic on the Terrorblade as Miero trying to chain away will be successful. Kiritich in the meantime looking for a target. Now going to get skewered back into the Terrorblade, who's going to break the Bristleback, but somehow the Bristleback still surviving. Twice in the Hex. There's a disruption coming in from Save. 30 seconds remaining until the Furion's back up, but the Bristleback is dead and there's no changing that. 120 seconds, no Porcupine. Satanic pops asunder. Out onto the Tusk as Miero standing his ground, but once again running low on mana. He needs to go back to base and the chain has missed. One tier 4 that needs to be taken down before they can find the racks here. Crit letting go of the Mortimer's Kisses, hoping he can maybe find someone, trying to set up for another skewer play, but Kataomi is quick with the Nightmare. And now the Grip is out as well. Where's the snowball save when he needed? Malrine going in with the Sandstorm as the side of Falcons desperately trying to find the Ancient. There is no glyph available for the time. Somehow Falcons, they will take this game. BETBOOM. Oh, you are your biggest enemies. It's not the enemy team.